Finally, let's get to part one.
Don't you know, it is getting low, it is getting hard, 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 hard. I need secrets to be a part of me.
So in my last video, I explained why I had sold my previous business, but what I kind of realized is that we haven't really talked about why I started this new business. Like, I sold it and that was great. It wasn't life-changing money. I didn't get enough to retire. This was not some Facebook IPO life-changing money, buy all of the Ferrari. I sold them and that was great, but now I want to start something new. So it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm going to break this up into 4 parts. Number 1 is what I'm building. 2 is how I decided what to build. Number 3 is how I decided what to pursue first, clients or customers. And then number 4 is how you can be a part of it, which is pretty cool. So with OK Kimonos and gear reviews, I kind of thought about where I was after all that time, and after years and years of pushing, it was time to take my skills and leverage them to something that would be able to provide more value, right? It's awesome if you have digital marketing skills and it's making you $200 a month. But what if those exact same skills could get you $2,000 a month or $20,000 a month? It's pretty much true. So my initial thought was, I'm gonna make courses, I'm going to just provide a bunch of value in content marketing, I'll make courses, I'll get coaching clients, and everything will be awesome. And everything seemed to be lining up. I had it all planned out in a Google Doc, right? That's what you do. You plan it out in a Google Doc, that makes it real. Doesn't make it real. And here's exactly what I would do. It's exactly what I had in that Google Doc. First, I would create a course on how to become an expert in anything that would help alleviate people's stress of oh, I don't want to take Brendan's business course because I don't feel like I'm an expert in anything. So I would teach them how to do that. Then I'd release a course on bootstrapping your business. Makes sense, right? They don't have any money for ads, or they don't want to take investments. So bootstrapping your business, become an expert, bootstrap your business. And then I would teach them how to do webinars, make podcasts, become coaches, all of that kind of shit. It's shit. And the reason I thought I was qualified to do it is because I've done all of those things, right? I've had a really good podcast. I've sold a ton of products, digital products on webinars. I've coached people. I've had people pay me a ton of money to talk to them over Skype. That was awesome. But I felt like I could teach these things now because I'd done them. I thought I would publish books on Amazon and just really dominate content marketing. But then my heart, I guess, decided to speak a little louder than my head. And it said, Brendan, the thing that you hate most about online business is people whose only online business is teaching online business. There's this guy named Nick Loper, has a podcast called Side Hustle Nation. He had this great interview with this lady about getting leads through LinkedIn. I was like, awesome, great value. And at the end, she's like, well, now I've decided to do a course about how to get leads through LinkedIn that will teach you that. She was getting them for her business, but then she was also going to have a course to teach you how to business the business. And Nick Loper said to her, and kept it in the recording, oh, you're going to do the typical online marketing thing, do it and then quit doing it so you can make more money teaching other people to do it. And I did a fist pump and cheered in my car for that. My BS meter is so turned up that I hate people who's only. So I figured if I could make $100,000 in my e-commerce business, OK Kimonos, here's the formula. I'll give you the formula. It's reach some arbitrary milestone, get 10,000 subscribers, get 1 million subscribers on YouTube, make 6 figures in a launch, quit your job, make 6 figures in revenue, which is way less than 6 figures in profit. Some arbitrary milestone, and then you make a product based on that one case study of you doing it one time. You never have to do it again because now you just teach it and make 10 times more. Like a dick. And I freaking hate those people. I freaking hate those people. I know hate's a strong word, but I do. If that's what you do, you and I don't sit at the same lunch table. I understand if people maybe do that at a certain point or whatever, but I really admire people who continue building real businesses. If you're gonna do that kind of coursey, whatever crap, continue to build a real business on top of that. And I think this model of you only need to know more than the people you're teaching, like that's a scam. That's a scam that people use to get you to buy their course. Like, of course you could buy my $1,000 course on webinars. You're not an expert? No problem. You only have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead than the people you're teaching. That's irresponsible. It's completely irresponsible. That's like having 4th graders teach the 2nd graders. Nobody would allow that, ever, because it's insane. So this idea of you don't have to be an expert to teach it, and then they say things like, well, the experts can't really remember what it's like to be a beginner, so you're actually better at helping that. No. There is a level of, it's right about here. It's a level of proficiency you should have to teach something. Stop telling beginners that they should make info products to teach just so they'll buy your info product about teaching. Stop. Anyways, deep breath, Brendan. Anyways, I refuse to be one of those people. So I decided to start an actual business. And I love following the models of actually what people are doing versus what they're saying. So I looked at Gary Vaynerchuk, and he had put out Crush It and was doing great in his wine business and whatever. He totally could have gone full guru and probably would have done awesome. He would have crushed that. But instead, he started a digital marketing agency. And I thought, that's a really cool model. Let me look into that a little bit. And what I realized is that that's what I want. I want to run a real business, do real things for real clients, provide real services that help them achieve their goals, not just make a product for it. And I can prove once again that I've built 2 or 3 businesses that continue to do these things. And I show that I can replicate this kind of process and progress and hustle. I feel like that maps a lot more to what I want for my life. Decided to change the lighting here. I don't know. I like it better. So I got this recommendation from somebody that I can consider a mentor that maybe I should teach as I go. Make a website, document it, whatever. And that's what we're doing right here. That's this right here. We're documenting as we're going. But I don't want to be that kind of person who is trying to release info products, teaching you how to start a digital marketing agency as I'm trying to do it. And the reason is you actually end up doing like 3 times the work, right? I'm doing the work, I'm documenting the work, and then I'm teaching the work. That's too hard. It slows. It's 3 times the amount of work to get 1 of the way there. That's not math. But I knew it would take me 3 times as long to get where I wanted to be if I did that. I would rather get all the way there than get, maybe make this. I love making videos. It's why I'm doing it. I've always been creative. I love making podcasts. Video is great for me. It just makes sense. But this is not teaching. This is documenting, not creating. And really, since the goal has been and will never be to make money solely teaching people how to make money, I don't really care about it. I don't care about teaching as I go. Finally, let's get to part 1. What I'm building is a multi-part marketing agency, a digital marketing agency for photographers. 1 part B2B, where I'm providing client services directly to photographers, but then it also has this B2C side where I'm making courses and other products, info products for photographers. Again, not teaching people how to make money on the internet, but teaching marketing to photographers. And the whole thing, going through all of this, was like a nearly 15 or 20 step process that I used to figure out exactly what business to start and how to start it. Here's what that kind of looked like, which leads us to part 2, how I decided to do what I was going to do. There are 3 major influences on this new business. The first is a guy named Glenn Alsop, has a website called viperchill.com and a program called Marketing Inc. He was doing a launch for how to build a digital marketing agency, and I just consumed all of his free content. There was a ton of it, found a bunch of secret free content by using sitemaps of his, I'm just being honest, sorry Glenn, to find his old stuff that he didn't even talk about anymore. He did it for like his first launch of Marketing Inc., watched all those videos, just consumed content, trying to learn more about starting a digital marketing agency and how to do it successfully, and I learned a ton. But my biggest takeaway from Glenn was that I needed clients with a really high value for their clients. Like if I could help, my favorite Bomber's Barbecue, my favorite barbecue restaurant, if I could help them get 10 new customers, that's maybe worth $200 to them. But if I help a wedding photographer get 10 new customers, that's worth $35,000 to them. Big difference in how much they're going to pay me for those customers. This leads me to influence number 2. which was my Fizzle membership. I'm a member at fizzle.co. I think it's like the best thing on the internet, and the roadmap in there really helped me in a number of different ways. Helped me define my target avatar. I don't know why that was a 2. That would have been a 1. Define my target avatar. Helped me look at my business, my interests, my unfair advantages, what I was good at that nobody else was good at, what I had that they didn't have. Helped me figure out how to talk to clients to find out what their pain points were. Helped me define my audience. I've run out of fingers at this point. Like, there's so much great stuff in there. After doing a crap ton of research, watching 2 of the founder stories in Fizzle, I wrote a 1-page business plan, picked my business archetype, and I was just off. I even have a login there. If you want to join, I'll put a link below. If you want to join Fizzle, you get 5 weeks for free on me with my link. Definitely check it out. You can get in there. You can see my progress log of like real behind the scenes where I'm super transparent about this business. And then the third part of this was the book Will It Fly by Pat Flynn. I'm in his online Facebook community. I love Pat Flynn. I was on episode 49 of the SPI podcast. It's like one of the top business podcasts. It was before I even started OK Kimonos. I was on his podcast. This looks weird. It's like a floating, it's my arm, but it looks like a floating arm. Essentially, if you're just getting started or starting something new, just buy Will It Fly by Pat Flynn. It's incredibly helpful, incredibly beneficial, taking you step by step through the process of figuring this stuff out. So then the last part was trying to decide, what do I pursue first? Do I make courses or do I get clients? And there were 2 conversations, which you can hear in season 2 of my podcast. A lot of numbers in this one. You can hear it in season 2 of my podcast, a conversation with Jason Zook and a conversation with Claire Liu. Actually, you can't. I don't know why I said. You can hear the conversation with Claire. You can't hear the conversation with Jason because we talked on the phone and I was like driving or something, and I called him because he's awesome. He made some time for me, and I talked to him about what he thought I should do, and I talked to Claire about what I should do on the podcast. They both said clients. Like, get that minimum viable income to focus 100% on the agency. Got to go clients. Courses and info products and coaching and all of those, that's a longer, I hate coaching, never doing coaching again. But all of that, consulting calls, things like that are a little more manageable than like long-term coaching relationships. All of that takes a long time. And you want to know right away, is somebody going to pay me for this? But like, here's a couple notes from my conversation with Jason. He said, help a few people, get them results, tell that story. I've done that. I have an awesome case study on my website, photomba.net. You'll be able to find it front and center. He goes, don't do anything creative and weird. He does weird stuff. He sells his last name. He gets like every page in a book sponsored by a different company. Like all these weird, you can buy his future, all sorts of crazy stuff. He said, don't do anything creative or weird. Just get clients. And then he said something really practical and smart. He's like, do it for free at first. Work for people for free. Use them as case studies, and then use those case studies, the value you've provided there, to leverage into paying clients. Duh, makes sense, but so many people don't do this. And that's it. That's what I'm starting, how I decided to start it, and why I'm pursuing clients instead of making products first. Probably a mistake. Some people say you should do products first. I just don't believe in it. I think it's scammy and it's, just scumbag internet marketer crap. And then also, just like as a caveat, just me to you right now, there's some judgment for the scumbags out there, but like if you're a good person and you're doing something that I've chosen not to do, and I say some smart ass thing like I hate you, whatever, I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I don't. But like these are the decisions that I've made for myself and I feel super passionate about, so I express them obviously with passion. My one ask right now is just right here, right below, or maybe it's over here. I don't know which side it's on, but down below, there's a little thumbs up guy. Just give this video the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe, whatever. If you want to leave a comment, I would love to know what business you're building. That would be amazing. If you're building something new, leave a note in the comments below. I'd love to chat, I'd love to help. I've been Brendan Hufford. Don't forget to work hard, be nice people, and try not to get too lost creating something that matters.